I was thinking for the longest time, man, position of need for the draft. But I was thinking today, there's not a there's maybe three positions on our roster that we don't need help at. Like maybe quarterback, we would probably wouldn't go first round. Probably wouldn't go first round running back. Probably wouldn't go first round tight end. Everywhere else,
T.
maybe not
They don't
safety.
have a defensive line. They have a defensive lineman.
So you brought up something a couple weeks ago. You were like, you know who I would love for them to sign is Calais Campbell. And
Yeah.
what I want to point out is you go best player available in the draft every round, maybe even trade back and get a bunch of them, and then you go fill it out in free agency. Because I looked at the remaining free agents available, and there's some names on there.
Yep.
And there are some older names, but at pretty much every position, there are some names on there that could come in and be quality contributors. So I would say go best player available, regardless whether it's like maybe we wouldn't want to go cornerback, but hey, if there's a difference maker at cornerback, take them. Whatever the position is, just get star, Pro Bowl players, football players.
I'm starting to talk myself into Mykel Williams from Georgia. I mean, he fills a need. He's a really good player. He's great against the run. He's got all the tools to be a really good pass rusher. All the Georgia guys are good except for Robert Beal. Like compare Mykel Williams to Shamar Stewart. People like Shamar Stewart, went to Texas A&M, tested like Myles Garrett. Good athlete, not a good football player. Didn't do shit in college. Had like 4 sacks and missed a bunch of tackles. Mykel Williams is a legitimate good football player. Was a starting D end as a rookie on a national champion. An elite run defender right now with he's like 20 with potential as a pass rusher. 6'5", long arms. Like, I don't know. It seems like a good pick at 11. I'm cool with Mykel Williams if they take him. I think he's worth the pick.
So I haven't looked into him particularly, or really many of the guys that would be available 11. But from what I've heard, the drop off from those first guys at defensive tackle and edge rusher after that is pretty substantial. And then it's a fairly deep draft at those positions, so that who we could get if we traded back or who we could get in the second might be comparable to who we would draft there at 11.
It's true. I think so. Definitely a defensive tackle. I think the guys available at 43 are going to be like, you could maybe get Kenneth Grant at 43. You might be able to get Derek Harmon at 43. It's a deep draft of defensive tackles. I think they said there's like 25 this year or something. It's a lot. Anyway.
So best player available, but at the same time, we obviously do need defensive line. So if you have 2 players best available, it's a toss-up. One's defensive line, one's tight end. You go with the defensive line. Easy.
Yeah. You need a defensive line to play football. They don't have a defensive line. They got a defensive lineman. Bosa's a hell of a player. The rest of the defensive, like we asked Kyle Shanahan today, like who's your starting defensive lineman? And it's the one time he got defensive. He was like, you know the names. I'm not going to sit here and go through them. And we're like, no, seriously, name one guy.
Yeah. And he says, I'm not going to name
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know the names. No, don't. I really don't.
No, I don't know why they got rid of Malik Collins and Leonard Floyd. I mean, you could say they weren't good against the run. Okay, I guess they weren't, but we had them
better than their backups.
And they were under market value.
Yeah.
Their contracts, they got raises. Immediately they got raises by other teams, and they were under market value. So I don't know.
I don't exactly understand what the plan is at D-line or linebacker. I mean, I can understand saying, look, like Dre is we're not betting on Dre to stay healthy. Sure. Then why'd you go running over to Texas to try to change his mind? Like, that's where everything looks real weak and wishy-washy.
Oh yeah, they messed that one up.
I mean?
They botched that all to hell. But that's another thing. There could be a very good linebacker available there at number 11. Although I guess he's supposedly more of a pass rusher. Is that what I just heard you guys saying earlier?
Who?
The guy from Georgia?
Mykel Williams? No, he's
the
Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker.
They want to move
he's
him
like
to 6'1",
240. So he's not going to be like playing DN full time. He's a good pass rusher on third down.
Yeah, we want more of a rangy coverage kind of guy.
I mean,
I
he can
think.
play. He plays inside linebacker on first and second down, but like he wasn't super productive playing that position. I don't know that he ever actually played coverage. I think he was kind of a blitzer. He's a pass rusher. And again, like the Niners had pass rush. Like Leonard Floyd was a good pass rusher last year, but you can't defend the run. In this system, I mean, in this
I
front,
like the idea of taking a safety and moving him. I love safeties playing linebacker.
yep. Salah's got a good eye for that, man. T Bizzle, go put a shirt on, man. Always good to see you. It's hot in Texas right now, isn't it?
Chicago.
Oh, you're in Chicago. Well, yeah. I can't explain it then. Have a good one.
Prize Picks is the best way to win cash while watching sports. Baseball season just started. Basketball season is ramping up. The Warriors and the Lakers are in the playoff hunt, and you want some of that action, baby. Best part about the Prize Picks app, it's easy to use. All you got to do to set up a lineup is click more or less on a few players' stats. Plus, Prize Picks is available in over 40 states, including California and Texas. And if for new users, if you use promo code Cohn, put down a $5 lineup, you will win $50 no matter what. Prize Picks is giving away $50 to new users who put down their first $5 lineup, win or lose. So go to Prize Picks, download the app, use promo code COHN.